So I was having a chat with one of our members from Sims Distillery the other day, and he was talking about his business, and he was talking about this software that he was building to help him basically be the top in his industry and how he was going to disrupt it and take it over. And as we were going through what he was doing, it made me think of an old conversation I'd had with a good friend of mine, John Ratliff, about, do you have a Rembrandt in your attic? Now, I started talking to my friend about what it is he actually did, why he was doing it, what was the problem in his mind that what he was building was actually solving. And it made me go back to a movie that I'd watched. I absolutely adored this movie. If you haven't seen it, The Founder. It's the story about McDonald's, how it started with two brothers. Someone else stepped in to actually look to take it further and how he ended up taking it over. And there's a great part in the movie where he openly says, I sell burgers, I sell fast food, I sell convenience. And while looking through the figures from one of his accountant friends, the accountant turned around him and he went, there seems to be a problem. You don't know what business you're actually in. Now, here's the weird thing. Yes, McDonald's, what's the first thing that comes to mind? A hamburger and maybe a milkshake. But they're one of the largest owners of real estate in America. They charge on the build outs, they charge on the leases. They're one of the largest real estate companies out there. They just happen at the same time to sell burgers. And that's not just with McDonald's. There's a lot of companies out there that you don't realize make a ton of money from what they are not necessarily known for. I'll give you a few examples, okay? Tesla sells cars, but makes most of its money from battery research and storage. Amazon sells online goods, but 60% of its revenue comes from something called AWS, Amazon Web Services, and its software. Print publications don't make money on the magazines, they make money on the advertising. Here's one that's really weird. The Empire State Building has made more money from visitors visiting the observation deck than the entire rent of the building per year. More money from people going up to the deck. Lucasfilms made more money off of its syndicated toys than all of the Star Wars movies combined. Car dealerships sell financing and can make bigger profit margins on those interests than they will on actually selling the car. In fact, if you walk in and you have to pay cash for a car, they'll often try and see if they go, oh, pocket your money, you'll make more of it. Get our financing, and they will try to put you into it. In fact, some garages I've heard will actually charge you more if you don't take the financing. Top athletes get paid to do their job, but can treble, quadruple, and 10 times that money just by the endorsements. And here's one of the things I find funny. Gas stations make more money off of accessories, food, lottery tickets than they do off of selling the gas. You see, John Ratliff used to put it this way. You're selling your house and you think it's a beautiful house with a beautiful garden, but the guy that visits your house to buy it goes up into the attic and finds a Rembrandt painting and knows that if he buys that house, the Rembrandt painting comes with it because you didn't know it was there. I want you to look at the business that you've got and ask yourself, do I have a Rembrandt painting sitting around? What I'm doing, could that apply to other industries, to other people, to be the solution to other people's problems? Again, think of Amazon. They built an entire software which tracks and distributes goods that can supply to any distribution center in the planet. And quite simply, it does. As I said, 60% of our profit margin is out of AWS, not supplying you with toilet rolls. Really question what it is you're in, what business you're in. I always thought I was in the concierge business. I was actually in the communication business, understanding what people wanted and giving it to them. Without the communication, I wouldn't have got to done the things I did. So, do you have a Rembrandt in your attic? Ask yourself, and maybe that'll increase the value of the business you're in.